Hello, Rune Knights. It's me, Trellin, back here with a new Let's Play. It's been quite a hot minute since I did any, but I don't know. Lately, I was kind of getting the itch to play a game from, I wouldn't quite say my childhood. It was more like middle school and high school, and I thought might as well record it while I'm doing it. This is far and away one of my favorite games of all time. I have played this multiple times throughout my life. There was not like a remake, more like a sequel to it somewhat recently that I might play eventually as well. But the original game, as you can see here, Brigandine, Legend of Forsena, came out on PlayStation. And then there was a Japan-only update called Grand Edition. The original Brigandine, for example, didn't actually have the real final battle in the game. There was supposed to be like ways you can get it. It's going to cut to anime cutscene here. Very Pokemon you can find Mew-esque, like all these like super complicated, crazy steps back in the yesteryears of the internet when you couldn't just hop online and immediately find the answer. I tried all of them. They never worked. There was no actual way to do it. So Grand Edition updated it. It made some new things available, and it also made the end fight available. But it only released in Japan. I never actually played it, and there was an English patch to it. It just came out when I was really busy with other things in life, and I didn't really ever get around to it. I'm going to try now. So we're going to hop on in. There's a multiplayer option, which is new in GE, but we're not doing multiplayer because I have no friends, actually, because I don't have time for that. So we're going to go on the hardest difficulty here. I got to be honest, this isn't the hardest game in the world, so I mean, like, easy and normal, like, you don't need them. We're going to go difficult. In fact, we're even going to go with a special challenge on it, which I'll get to in a minute here. For right now, we got to pick our starting nation. Now, honestly, I think they're all fun to play. Nuzlocke is kind of the default. Like, it's cool, but I always find the default, like, a little bit boring in, like, any game that I play. So I've always shied away from them a little bit. Norgard here in my edgy teen days, this was like top quality edgelord status nation. It was like probably my favorite out of all of them. Now that I'm an old man, I think Leonia here is probably my favorite. Maybe Carleon, but Leonia is like kind of this holy nation there. Iscalio was also kind of edgelordy when I was a teenager. This guy's a literal psychopath. He's called the Mad Tyrant Edgiest, right? And he's just kind of a bad person in general. Esker's Empire, this one wasn't playable in the original. You had to enter a cheat code to make it playable. But now it's just a default playable one. I don't know. They always have felt kind of meh to me. I don't like the leader here, Zemeckis. They start out with a bunch of like really high level stuff, which is cool and all, but I kind of like project heroes a little bit more. We have to build them up. And then we got Carleon. This is probably a contender for my favorite, but the problem is Carleon and Nuzlocke are allied, which means you start out the game friends with them. Well, I think it happens like turn 1 or turn 2. And if you don't do anything about that, then they're just kind of there and they go do their own thing and you can't really attack them. So like really the only reasonable way to do it, if for gameplay purpose, is you attack them and break the alliance. But then I feel like a massive asshole. So I always shy away from that one. That being said, I think what we're going to do is kind of let fate decide for us here. We've got 6 options. I've got a random number generator here, which I guess you guys will just have to trust me on because I'm going to generate it right now. And we got 2, which I think is Norgard, right? All right, we get to go back to my edgy teen days and pick ourselves Norgard here. We start out with 8 castles, 13 knights, 44 creatures, and that is going to be relevant with the challenge that we're doing here. So let's hop in, and I think it gives us a little cutscene. The anime cutscenes, by the way, are also new to GE, so I haven't really seen them. I hopped into like a small test game with Leonia just to make sure that this worked, but other than that, I haven't really played GE at all. Now, something I did notice on the test playthrough is this usually has like text scrolling on it telling you about the world. It doesn't seem to work with this ROM of GE. It doesn't really matter. It just tells you the background of the world. So they're showing you what's now the Escair's Empire. It used to be Almechia, which was like the main empire of this continent of Forsena here, the world. And, you know, all that stuff. But then the Fire Nation attacked. I mean, Escair's. So basically, this would also have text scrolling on it. That guy is Mechis. The dude behind him is Kador, who's terrifying to fight. We'll get to him later. By he, I mean Zemeckis, was like the main general of Almechia, and he pulled a coup. He overthrew the royal family. He killed the king. The prince escaped. That's the leader of New Almechia. But now he has taken over, and that has basically thrown the entire continent into war. And that is why we get, you know, what we got going on here. Now, Norgard, as we're going to see here, has a history with Almechia. So basically, this is the leader here, Vaynard, and he's going to be taking advantage of some of the chaos here. So I'll just read it out. I'm not going to do voices. I'm not really a voice kind of guy. Is it true, Gwyn? I feel like Gwyn Glane is that guy's name. I don't remember them calling him Gwyn as like a nickname. Alright, anyway. Zemeckis rebelled and destroyed Almechia. Yeah, it is Gwyn Glane. Yes, he's taken the title Emperor and founded a new country. He calls it Escair's after the ancient utopian society. I don't like this this font. This font's kind of like hard for me to read for some reason. A utopia. Could what starts in treason end in such a noble state? Oh yeah, I'm totally sure when, you know, your right-hand man is a death knight that wears a weird-ass like cow skull on his face, that it's going to be a utopian noble state. Absolutely. Zemeckis must be desperate to choose this path. It can only end with him ruling as a tyrant or dying a traitor. The success of his utopia depends largely on us. That doesn't really make much sense. If Norgard surrenders peacefully, his ambition may come to pass. But that wouldn't change whether or not he's going to be a tyrant. Ha, stop joking. Okay, Vaynard. I only gave up territory to Almechia to avoid a fight and buy time to rebuild. Norgard is strong again. We have nothing to fear from Escair's. They will soon regret giving me a year to rebuild. Oh, a whole year. Okay. I feel like they're changing some stuff from the I really feel like in the original, so Almechia and Norgard fought. That's what they're talking about. And Norgard lost, had to give up territory. And I think Vaynard's father was killed during that same conflict. But I feel like that happened more than a year before the start of this. But, I mean, this game came out, or the original came out in 1998. So, I mean, it's been a while since I played last. So maybe I'm just misremembering. So we will advance. It's time to unite Forsena. As you wish. I, the Silver Knight, support you with all my strength. The first target is Juke's Castle. We gave up Jukes to secure peace with Almechia, but Almechia is gone and Escair's claims their territory. They cannot claim what was loaned to Almechia. We will take it back. Jukes is not well defended, but... But what? Perhaps war with Escair's cannot be avoided, but your sister Esmerie is there. Esmerie is such a wasted character in this game. Like, I don't know, I feel like they just kind of threw her in there and then forgot about her. Don't remind me. Sent as a hostage to Almekia and now the wife of Zemeckis. If my sister chooses Zemeckis over me, I must fight her. Such things are unavoidable in a world at war. Thus why I wish to unify Forsena in peace. By, killing everybody. Vaynard. I don't know what that's about. Let's go, Gwyn. Everyone is waiting. Got our round table going on. Oh, literally at the round table in Flogru. I was just making a tongue-in-cheek comment, but yeah. A year ago, King Erdwulf died in the Battle of Lydney. I guess it really was just a year before this. Since I became king, I've avoided battle as I rebuilt Norgard's power. Now Almekia has fallen to Zemeckis' rebellion, and Eskeir spreads its chaos further every day. The time is ripe, and I come to you with an oath. An oath, you say? Oh.
必ずや大陸統一を果たし、戦乱の時代に終止符を打つと、ノルガルドの騎士たちをその力を世に貸してほしい。はい、陛下。将、このパロミです。たとえ火の中水の中、陛下の行かれるところ、どこへでもお供させていただきます。相変わらずだな。何？お前と違って、陛下は知慮深いお方。火だの水だの。簡単に飛び込んだりはしないのだよ。
随分と待たせてくれましたね。
Okay, so a couple things about that animation. Number one, I feel like their animated looks don't quite match up with their portraits. Like it's a little bit offsetting since I'm so used to the portraits. They look like weird doppelgangers of them almost. Number two, that's not how I imagined Vaynard to sound. I kind of imagined like a deeper, more serious voice. And also, I always said the red-haired dude is Palamides, but they said Palamides, which in Japanese, like, it doesn't go directly, but that'd be more like Palomedes in English instead of Palamides. So I'm going to have to try to say Palamedes instead. Alright, so Brigandine. I guess the White Wolf is slow to get his act together. Ah, the lovely Princess Brigandine, cheerful as ever. If my father, King Erdwulf, were still alive, Norgard would already rule Forsena without needing to hide in the shadows for a year. That makes no sense since he lost the war and got killed. So, if your father was still alive, he would just lose again. And also, it's Vaynard's father as well. I must be incompetent. Grr, stop patronizing me. That the throne went to you just because I'm a woman. Unbearable. I take it you will not support me in the coming war. Did I say I wouldn't fight? Regardless of who is king, I'm a knight of Norgard. I fight for Norgard without hesitation. Like a holy maiden lighting the darkness, your presence will strengthen our hearts 100-fold. Surely we shall deliver Forsena into your fair hand. So it is. Norgard goes to war. Gwynglane, Yvain, Palamedes march on Juke's castle. Yes, sir. The rest of you get ready. It's time to show the world Norgard's power. Alright, so here's where we get into... Oh, maybe not. We have taken Juke's castle. The enemy fled without a fight, so we took no casualties. Withdrew without a fight. A smart choice, albeit a cowardly one. Alright, there we go. Now here's where we enter the kind of challenge mode. Number one, the great thing about turn 1 on this game is the enemy never attacks on turn 1. Ever. No matter what difficulty, no matter what you're doing. So you always can basically use turn 1 to maneuver, which is exactly what I'm going to do here. We're going to move all of our people to the capital. So, like I said, this isn't the hardest game ever. It mostly comes down to being able to exploit the AI pretty easily. And, like, I don't mean, like, massively exploit, just like the AI is kind of outdated and easy to play around. That, in my opinion, is the downfall of basically every strategy game ever. Because of that, and because I have played this game so much, I always kind of run challenge runs. What I used to do in the past, so yeah, we're still in attack mode, so we can't do anything. What I used to do in the past is one monster runs. Oh yeah, I forgot he's going to go talk to Leonia here. So we'll come back to my challenge mode in just a minute because we have another cutscene where he's going to go talk to Leonia. My lord, you have not changed your mind? No, Gwyn, I will meet Leonia's queen. Their days of hiding and tranquil prayer are over. I will show them. I don't see the benefit in making more enemies. Ah, so you think that Leonia will choose to resist? Leonia has long been fiercely independent. I don't think it will yield easily. Perhaps. That is why I want to assess their queen. She may wish to protect Leonia, but does she have the resolve to back it up? My lord. One day, Leonia may become our greatest enemy. It is wise to know your enemy. If that is your choice, I will not question. Safe travels. Farewell. And then we go over here. At Castle Damas. Another cutscene.
初めてお目にかかる。ヨガノルガルド王ベイナードだ。
レオニアの女王リオネッセと申します。
His voice was like a little bit deeper in that one, I feel like. So closer to what I... But like, you see what I'm saying with like the portrait and his face there? Like the portrait is much more of like this like angular series. I don't know. Anyway, I will get straight to the point. You have two choices. Leonia can swear allegiance to Norgard and become a vassal state, or there will be war. Choose. What I oughta. Speaking of Project Knights, by the way, Kilof, like I'm kind of bummed we didn't get Leonia because, man, is it fun to build up Kilof. He starts out super weak, but he becomes like an absolute monster if you get him to high levels. As I expected, Lady Leoness, King Vaynard, Leonia has always been recognized as a free state, even at the height of Almacia's power. I'm sorry, but we cannot give up our independence. Very well. War it is. Wait, please, we do not wish to fight. Leonia would never attack Norgard. Can't you just leave us in peace? The decision was yours. If you cannot live with your choices, you are unfit to rule. Leonia is already mine. Remember what I was talking about with Edgelord? Look at this Edgelord right here. But do you just want an excuse to fight? If Leonia will not submit, it must be taken by force. You leave us no choice. You will have your war. But know this, I will never forgive you for dragging the people of Leonia into this. So it is. Leonia cannot bury its head and hide in this age of war. I will add, though, your words are bold, your body trembles. You should stop that, it betrays you. Farewell, we will meet again, Leoness, in battle. Ha ha ha! Returning home. Queen Leoness, the soul of a saint, yet also the determination to fight. Ha ha ha, you may be a tough opponent after all. Then why would you pick a fight with her? Alright, so back to what I was saying. I used to, when I played this more frequently, like there was a period where I played it like at least once a year. I would do one night, one monster. So basically, like, you know, if I was doing Vaynard here, he could have this dragon and that's it, nothing else. That, I mean, is doable, but it kind of is a little bit of a rough one in terms of like starting out. You have to play really, really passive. You kind of just got to wait until they attack and then like bloody their nose and run away and all this kind of stuff. I'm not really sure I want to do that in a playthrough like this. There's also the problem of like there's new stuff in GE. I think lizard men get a new upgrade and maybe mermen too, and there might be more. There's also like I think items for monsters and stuff like that. Like I kind of just want to experience GE because I've never experienced it before. So I was trying to think of other challenges I can do that would be a little bit less restrictive. And I, thinking of challenge runs, the main challenge that always comes to mind when you think of a challenge run, I think at least, is like a Nuzlocke challenge. And I kind of thought of a way to Nuzlocke this a little bit. The start would be a little bit different because, I need more than one person or one monster per group. But basically what we're going to do here is have this giant pool of monsters here. As you can see, I've just taken off all the monsters from our leaders and put them over on the side here. That gives us, let's see, a row is 7, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah. And we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and some change over there. So that is going to bring us to, oh gosh, brain, don't fail me now. Let's see, 7, 6 times, that's 42, right? Because 7 times 7 is 49, so 7 times 6 would be 42. We got 44 total monsters here. Let me enter that into my random number generator. We're just going to go in order, and so for Vaynard here, I will random number generate, and I get 14. So, oops, that was the wrong button. 14 would be this wyvern right here. Alright, and then we drop this down to 43 on my number generator, and we're going to go through and we're going to do that for each one. And the idea here is, number 1, it mixes up the monsters. Number 2, it might force us to use people we wouldn't usually use. Like Ector, for example. I'm not usually going to use this guy, he kind of sucks. But if he gets one of my white dragons, then I might have to, because what we're going to do here is these are going to be set in stone. I cannot shift the monsters in these lineups, and if a monster dies, I can't summon a new one with certain exceptions. We'll get to that in a minute here. So let's just keep on going through. Gwynglane here gets 35. So let's see, 7, 14, 21, 28, 35 is this pixie here. Okay. Bring in, let's drop this down to 42, generate, and she gets 20. If, by the way, you don't want to watch this whole process, just kind of jump ahead to when I'm not doing it, because I don't really have time to edit videos and stuff like that. So she gets a unicorn. That's the other thing is, where's the healing gonna, fall in this whole arrangement, right? Who gets an actual healer? 35 again. It's not that random of a generator. Alright, so 7, 14, 21, 28, 35. You get a giant. Okay. Let's see. Palamides. Not Palamides. Palamides. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a ghoul. That sucks. Alright. Good old Road Bull here. Oops, not 439, 39. Alright, Road Bull, you are getting 38, the second to last one, which is, ooh, a demon. Okay, that's good. That's dropping down to 38 now, and good old Noi here is getting number 8. So the first one on the second row, that is a griffin named Harold. I would, by the way, rename them, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't. Yeah, I don't get the option to rename them. So that's it. Kirkmond, let's see. You get number 15. First one on the third row. It's a Hydra. That's pretty good. So that brings us to Dillard next. You're going to get number 6. That's a Djinn. It's pretty meh. Alright, Zerafin. 12. 7. Be this one right here. Alright, he gets a healer. That's decent, but Zerafin kind of is not a decent character, so. Alright, 7 for you. Ooh, you get our Ifrit. Who are you? Fatisha? Oh. Yeah. Okay, I guess her rune power sucks, but her stats aren't the worst. By the way, in my head, I have, every time I say these names, because again, I've been playing for so long, and, started playing when I was a kid, I have stupid nicknames for a lot of characters. I remember I pretty much exclusively called this girl Fat Bitchia when I was a kid, so I gotta resist the urge to do that. Alright, Ector here got 15. That barely dodged giving him one of my dragons. I'm very glad that he did not get that, because that would have sucked. Alright, Elaine, who's actually, I think, decent. She's a project character. She gets number 30, which is a clay golem. I mean, golems could be cool if you get them to max level, but that's tough to do. Alright, 19 for Vaynard here. 7, 14, that's 21, so 19 to be here. Okay, wyvern. Wait, he gets double wyverns? Bahamutes are cool, I guess, but it's... Alright, 2 for Guanglain here, which is one of those guys. Alright. Brigandine, what do we got for you? We got number 9. Alright, so 7, 8, 9. Is that... What the hell's going on? Okay. She's the heal battery, I guess. 28 goes down to 13. Alright, Yvain, you get... Oh, very close to that, but 13 would be this lizard man here. 27 gives me 22. Palamedes, what is 22? 7, 14, 21. 22 is Stinky! Stinky the Djinn. Nice. I like these names. 10. Alright, 7, 14, alright, so 7, 8, 9, 10. Slobber. These are good names. I like them. 25 gives me 23. So that's the dragon right here. Okay. Dragons are nice. Take it. 24. Okay, it's 24. So whoever's next gets Slava here. Oh, they're not going to be able to really hold anymore. And we are going to run into that problem. Some of these people aren't going to be able to hold much more. So if we get back to Kirkmund again and he rolls high, he just gets skipped. Alright, so 16 for Dillard here. 7, 14, 16, Torg. 22 goes down to 21. So good old Volek here is going to go to Zerafin. And Feticia gets number 8. Ooh, that might be a dragon. No, okay, it's a wyvern. 20. Number 15. So, Ector here gets 7, 14. He gets a scorpion. 19 is what we're down to here. We're getting down to the low numbers. 6. Shit. Oh wait, that goes on the... Oh, sweet. Good, good, good. So that goes to Elaine. And that... She's full up now. Alright. So we're back up to Vaynard here. I swear to God, dude, if you get another fucking wyvern... Okay, you got 18. Which is a lizard man. Alright, Vaynard does not really have a good loadout. Not gonna lie. 15. That's a rock. Okay, rocks can turn into phoenixes, which are pretty dope. They give good area heals. Number 5 for Brigandine here, which is a pixie. Like, she is the support mama. She is the support of supports. Got 2 heals and a pixie. Are you kidding me? Alright, number 3 here, which is another ghoul. This is, Yvain, you got the short end of the stick here, buddy. Alright, Palamedes, number 12. So 7, that's 14, so that's the giant scorpion. Number 2 for this next person, you got a centaur. Okay, you got a decent loadout, not bad. Number 4 for this next one. 1, 2, 3, 4. You got a pixie. Number 11. So it goes on to 8. So that's this dragon for next person here. Which they can't do. So it goes here. So yeah, Kirkmund gets skipped. Zerafin can fit something. So he gets number 1. Which is a golem. Now we are down to single digits. We're down to 9. Number 4. Oh, next person gets a dragon. She can't. He can't. She can't. Oh, that's great. That is great news, because that means it goes to Vaynard, and suddenly he's no longer garbage. Okay, I'm glad Vaynard actually got something worthwhile. Alright, we got an 8 here, which is the dragon. Digger. That's a weird name for a dragon, not gonna lie. Alright, Brigandine gets number 2. Hey, she finally got a non-support unit. Go Brigandine. 6 goes to... well, number 6. So we get Trot. That's a very appropriate name for a centaur. We're down to 5 now. So number 4, that's a lizard man. We are almost at the end, my friends. We are generating away. We get a Griffon. We are down to 3. And that gives us 3, which is a centaur. We are down to 2, which gives us a 1, which can't go to Kirkmond. It actually can't go... oh, wait, no, it can go here. Okay. And that means our final one... keep it on going in order. Can't go there. Alright, Vaynard. So we are stocked up. This is what we're looking at here. Alright. So what we want to look at now is... it's not turn 1 anymore. That means that people are actually going to attack us. We gotta get to anywhere that they could attack from. So the roads are basically what you can attack from. Like, I can't attack from here over here, right? I can't be like, well, I'm going to walk along this river. No, it has to be along a road. So I got to defend Humber. I got to defend Jukes. I got to defend Least Noise, because it could be attacked there. And I got to be defending Alarim. So I got 4 I got to defend. You could have 3 knights per battle. That means that I need to have 12 knights set up. How many do I have in this castle? I got 13. So I've only got 1 spare knight. I am going to get more knights from questing and from events when those new knights come in. If they come in with their own creatures, they get to have those creatures to start with. If they come in with no creatures, they don't get any creatures. And you might be wondering, well, how are you going to get more? Especially if any of these creatures die, you can't buy new ones. That's where the Nuzlocke part comes in. When I take over a castle for the first time, so let's say I take over Lydney with Jukes here. That's like going to a new route in Pokemon, right? So I get an encounter. Now, when you fight, if I kill the leader here, there's a chance that they leave behind some of their creatures. When I take over this castle, I'm going to roll based on the creatures that might have been left behind, plus every castle has a summoning pool. And you can summon, a range of creatures there. So I'll basically random number generator, and I get 1 creature. That 1 creature can then go anywhere I want it to. So that will be how I get new ones. If I take Lydney, and then lose Lydney, and then take Lydney again, I don't get to re-encounter there. I don't get another creature. So basically, I can only get creatures by taking over more castles. Now, because I only get 1 person who's not going to be at a castle, I think the easiest thing right off the bat is going to be deciding who I don't want. So let's see. When I look at my project heroes, what I do is I try to compare them to people that are like higher up than them and see what their stats are. So Ector here compared to Feticia, his agility is way lower, but the strength is pretty close to the same. Int is way, way lower, which doesn't matter too much for fighters, but if he turns into like a paladin, for example, he'll get casting ability, so int kind of matters. His rune power is pretty much the same. Let's compare Feticia here really quick to somebody who I know is kind of decent, like Palamides. He's got crazy good strength, but his agility is kind of meh. How about Dillard? Because he's level 10 too. Yeah, they're pretty close to the same. So Feticia, I think, is okay. Which means I probably don't want Ector. I've already got so many other knights. I feel like I remember Yvain being kind of booty garbage. Is Yvain booty garbage? He might be booty garbage. No, he's got really good strength. He's not booty garbage. Okay, because, you know, being Norgard here, you start out with so many, like, Knight and Berserker class, like, melee units, and Vaynard's an awesome melee unit in his own right. I just don't think I need Ector. I think I want the casters more. And Ector, he does have one of my rocks. That's something to consider. But he doesn't really have any crucial units. So Ector is going to be my quester for now. I would love to have more questers, but I need my units. So if I go to move, okay, I can see what they have from there. So let's see. I think Vaynard should go to Jukes because I need somebody strong going up against Escares. So who's going to go with Vaynard? We need heals. I could send Brigandine along with him. And I'm pretty sure they have some dialogue together. Alright, so Road Bull is heals, Noi is heals. I think this whole first episode's just going to be set up. And then we'll get into the actual like fighting and stuff next episode. So we do have enough heals to go around, I think. Because we got 1, 2. There is gonna be a castle that's gonna be low on heals. Well, Zerafin's got some heals there. But yeah, there's definitely gonna be a castle that's low on heals. Alright, you know what? Let's commit to this, right? Let's do Vaynard, let's do Brigandine. And we're going to want like a nuker. We're going to want some direct damage. Do we want Kirkmond on that team? I mean, Kirkmond's not great, but I don't really have... Oh, I could. Oh, but then I'd have both my white dragons on one team. Kirkmond's got a pretty big loadout. I'd be committing a lot. Yeah, that's fine. We're going to commit all that to Vaynard's team here. What do Kirkman's stats look like? What's his intelligence and MP is really all I care about. That intelligence is kind of mediocre. Yeah, I mean a freaking bishop has more than he's got. Like Noya's level 2, she's 10 levels lower than him. And there's only a 9 intelligence difference. That's rough. Oh well. I mean, we're working with what we got here. Alright, so we got Jukes taken care of. Next up, let's figure out Brigandine. I think what I should do, right, is wherever my weak heal is, needs to have at least Brigandine, maybe also Yvain, because knights get the heal spell as well. Alright, so let's go down. That was Zerafin that had that. Yeah, I think we're gonna double up our knightage here, and let's send them to Alarim. They could be my Almechia front. So then we'll Palamides, Noi, and Faticia maybe? Or Dillard. Got a lot of frontliners here. And they're actually not really going to have a lot of direct damage on the back line. Alright, let's throw a lane in there then. And that can go over here to list noise. And that means then that our last group is going to be Roadbull, Dillard, and Faticia. Yeah, because that gives them a decent front line. And they can pop on over here to Humber. Alright, so we're all set up for moves. The last thing we want to do, this is something I didn't learn about for a while when I was first playing this game. When you look at everybody, right, you see how under Gwynglaine's name it says expert up there. You can actually change classes throughout this. Now, for somebody like Gwynglane, he's already level 17. He doesn't have anything else built up. This is what I was talking about project knights, and I was talking about ones that start at high level not being good for that. The problem is if I change Gwynglane to like a ranger, for example, he's going to get less stats on level up, and he's not really going to get much out of it. You need 5 stars, 5 levels in a class to expert it. Once you hit expert, you keep anything you got from that class when you go over, in terms of spells at least. I'm pretty sure in the original Brigandine it didn't carry over skills. I know in the Legend of Runertia, the one they made for the Switch, you do keep skills, and you might keep them in Grand Edition. But there's not really a reason to change Gwynglane. That would be a bad idea for him. Brigandine, possibly. Her intelligence isn't terrible, but she just started out an archer, which means she doesn't have it mastered yet, or experted. So changing her would be a bad idea too. Yvain needs to expert his. Palamides needs to expert his. Roadbull needs to expert his. He's really close though. Noi, being level 2, is going to be a great option once she hits level 6, but she's not experted, so changing her now would be not the best idea. Kirkmont, again, not experted. Am I not going to be able to change any of these? Dillard, I mean, obviously he's not experted. Zerafin is experted, so we're going to pop him over to Priest. This is most valuable on casters, because now, if you look at our buddy Zerafin here, he's got the priest spells, heal, cleanse, but he's also got the mage spells, flame, genoflame, excel, fury. So basically you just give them a much wider casting pool, which is amazing. Elaine doesn't even have 1 star yet. She's going to take a while, but again, she's our project. So with all that being said, do we have any equipment we can give people? Nothing. Okay, so some people might already have equipment on them, but we don't have any, and no items. I feel like in the base game, you definitely started with items. You could usually start with like a potion, I think, and you can give it to somebody. All right, all that being said, I think we're going to save it. We're going to cut here and make this our planning episode. And next time, this is the Leonia run I was talking about, so I guess we'll do slot 2. We will, we'll come in next time and actually get to the fighting and the gameplay and do all that stuff. So once again, thank you all for watching. I hope you had a good time in this intro, and I'll see you next time. Bye.